The unpromising race pupil.
It's obvious. You need to steer the conversation to the topic that interests him the most. Something that other than race science. What else do you... Tattoos? Perhaps socialism, seeing that he's working for the Union. Doubtful. Women, however. He's surrounded himself not only with one or two, but 3 stellar babes. What's more, all these girls seem to be koikos. What's up with that? You have to find out what's his deal with Grad.
Personal.
Pervo! You're gonna let him eye-fuck me like that, John?
You mean the babes? Huh, I see. Perhaps we should talk.
Wait, where is he taking you? What about the lieutenant? What about the case? You don't have time for this. At least not right now. Maybe later.
You go ahead and have your talk. I need a few things from Frit anyways. We'll catch up later.
Women, racism, turning back time. It couldn't interest him less.
No, really. We are not joined by the hip. You want to talk about women with him, and I want to do pretty much anything else. Don't let...
We can talk without the pedomorph. It's me and you this time. To the deepest caverns beneath La Royaume, where eyeless creatures... Don't panic, ham sandwich. That was a joke.
Don't worry, it's not a trap. Everyone can see you go in there together. Even if he tries anything, you can just slip out of his reach like an eel.
A median amount of time. I am not going anywhere. And
All right, let's do this before anyone changes their mind.
this way, processed meat man.
We're gonna miss you, Jean.
The lieutenant nods, ready to spend some time on his own. He couldn't be happier to get out.
Don't worry, babe. This won't take long. So, women, huh? Women. And that's what is this really about? That is a lie you administer yourself, like heart medicine. Go without it one. Men only want to reverse time for one reason. They say it's about honor, justice, revenge, regret. I'm going to do you a kindness, Poopa. I'm going to share a secret with you. Here is the past is made of static images, distorted memories, demented nostalgia. This, the present.
Maybe, if you inquire more about the present, you'll figure out the secret of returning to the past.
Look around you. Look at the advancements in the sexual sciences. All the novel technique and the women. Women who shave and are capable of understanding concepts like polyamory and coitus casualis. The Koiko and their promiscuity are at the forefront of all that.
Who cares about sexual partners and their promiscuity when you've got the... You really have to find out at some point what's up with him and the Koikas.
You're asking me to share the sacred techniques that I've gathered and...
Watch out. He's getting defensive.
Do not think the serenity of my mother's office makes me forget we are biological. You are more likely to get the Coalition to sign over their warships than get these weapons of pleasure, and this knowledge never passes from a man to another man. Not even from a father to his son. This path is to be taken in absolute solitude. It does not surprise me that the complexities of the psychosexual bond between a man and a woman remain beyond. You have to shed this infantile shell if you ever wish to find a word.
Everything's revolving around women and sex with this guy. What's that about?
You are trying to insinuate something. This impotent psychological manipulation...
Now is the time to ask about the smell. Didn't he say that it is impossible to maintain an erection with the distinct smell of the Koiga?
No. It turns me on. Your mind is unable to capture the nuances of this particular situation. It exceeds the limits of your emotional intelligence and your genetic imagination. No, I am not. Poopa. I belong to the SRS, and voluntary offspring production, chimeric or regular, is not an issue for me.
SRS seems to be missing from Semenese race scientists, street racing. Is it some kind of performance enhancement supplement?
The Semen Retention Society. It does not surprise me that you know nothing about it. Masturbateurs Anonymous is probably an organization. The SRS is a closed group of strong-willed individuals who have dedicated themselves to building up strategic semen reserves. It takes iron will and razor-sharp focus, far beyond your spiritual potential.
An enormous expenditure of willpower to build up strategic semen reserves. You had me at willpower. Let's do it.
This is an oversimplification, but yes. I just told you, you don't. It's not meant for a feeble and only after years and years of emotional, psychological, and spiritual power lifting can a man start looking into joining the SRS. We are life. Life is sexuality. Sexuality in competition with sexuality. This is the future. In a biological sense, the man whose essence, whose genetic blueprint is passed on to the most hosts, down to the most generations.
What about the semen retention? He's right. Everything's a contest, and only the shiftiest competitors win.
Semen Retention Society. I told you, this is a simplification. Climax is not. It is far more masculine to pass on a blueprint of your mind and your spirit than your flesh.
He has a point. While an idea is born potentially immortal, flesh is always doomed to die.
Your agreement means nothing to me. You're a man defeated by love. It is plain to see you had a little, too little. That is why we are in my mother's office. You have come to me, seeking wisdom in the sexual arts. Do not waste this opportunity on sycophantic personality mirroring.
Ouch.
It will serve you poorly in the great war of love. This is no time for vague generalities. There is something else on your mind.
Time to get personal. He's finally ready to open up to you.
The only man worth being called a man, Father Jairzino. Father Jairzino made me hard, where my mother made me soft. Together, they made me complete. Father Jairzino was very wise. He realized that if the tender touch of my mother wasn't opposed, I would turn into a complete pussy. So he did what a man must. He became a counterweight of iron through scarcity, ascesis, discipline, and respectful distance every father should have for his son. Yes, I inherited my genetic makeup from Father Jairzino. I am...
And, by essence, he means his strategic semen reserve. A collector, that one.
A lot of seaman talk going around, but no one blowing any loads. This party's winding down, Bratan.
Because Father Jairzino is my father, and his name is Jairzino. I am merely offering a small glimpse of functional family dynamics. Something you were clearly deprived of. I can't see or hear the great example you're setting over the deafening roar of... I didn't become what I am by succumbing to the pleasure-seeking demands of my physical body. You, however, clearly did. And that's more than I need to close this argument. No. Yes. She did, yes, with great honors. The greatest, some say, a true modern ritual. The entire organization attended when she was given the honorary engraved paperweight. It was a tender day.
There should be something here. A memory, a feeling, even if it's just a glimpse. But the depths of your psyche remain silent. You don't have a single memory of your mother.
I am not surprised. You are like the runt of the litter, abandoned, incapable of nurturing a woman's love. Our mothers are the ones who teach us to receive affection from the opposite sex. A bond you have clearly not experienced. Instead, you have developed this unhealthy obsession with the past. Standing before me, hoping to turn back time. This is not the answer. Reinvent yourself from defeat. Don't apologize. My women liked it. It is important to appear vulnerable sometimes. Vulnerability nurtures emotional contact. Emotional contact amplifies the ecstasies of sex. Like ivy, we are intertwined, weak and strong, man and woman, mother and child. Clearly, it is impossible for you to shed your neurotic obsession. This wailing for the past is a task unfit for men. It is better left for widows mourning their husbands, and for mentally ill communists mourning their commune. If you want advice on babes, or the mysteries of life, or even on Revachol, look forward. To escape your defeated state, you need to move forward. On to future victory.
But isn't he a traditionalist? Why does he keep talking about future?
I am not a traditionalist. Life on this planet does not move backwards. The IV moves forwards, covering the whole door. The flowers grow outwards, covering the whole meadow. Nothing grows against time and space. Only along its ley lines can nature progress. It seems to me you are in need of a warning. Here it is. It is absolutely possible to return to the past. You just need to take a ticket to Seregli Island, the southernmost of the Semen archipelago, also known as Ile de Fantôme, and walk into Pale. Let it dither and rot your mind. Then you can marinate forever in your irreversible defeat, while race enemies laugh at your motionless, gap-mouthed corpse.
No. This does not. Where would you even get a ticket? You can't just pack your bags and leave. It gets very cold in the office, like in a desert after the nightfall.
There is no catch. You will get what you want. The rule is a cruel master, but it is not Pale. Pale takes your mind and rejects the flesh. It is capricious and terrifying, like a virgin. You will lose your courage before. Go have a look. The white-haired protein mass at the intersection. A lorry driver. Impossible to miss her if you're even a half-decent cop. An empty vessel the mind has deserted. A husk. No.
This goes far beyond your conceptual reach. Beyond the conceptual reach of anyone, really.
Go talk with her again. Ask her about Pale. See what a relentless obsession with the past does to a man. Yes, our little meeting has finished. It's time to leave my mother's office. And remember, what happens in my mom's office stays in my mom's office. Quiet contemplation ends, biological rivalry resumes.